And yeah, my next relationship has to be monogamous. And if during that relationship I decide that it's not my thing, then the relationship will end, or it will evolve into something that includes other people. And I still like the idea of building something with someone, but this idea that that's it, like you can only be in that type of relationship and build, and that's as far as it goes. But I think there's other people can add more to our lives. Like we could meet if we were to meet an amazing person who we're getting intimate with, and they can add to our lives. Why would we ignore that because of our own little egos? Of, oh, I'm enough. Oh, I'm uncomfortable with another person being added to my life. Like, it's stupid. Like, if another guy came in and hit it off with whoever my woman is, and they hit it off, and that guy is going to add value to our lives, if he's adding value to her life, and that adds value to my life, then why would I throw that away? Because apparently if someone else sleeps with someone who's supposedly my wife or my wife, then I guess that makes me a cuck. Did you know what a cuck was before you watched porn? Did you know what a cuck was before you were into these like political debates and stuff like that? I really want to deconstruct all these things. Like, I'm confident in my own masculinity that the idea of someone smashing my girl on the side, like, that's not going to affect me. To be honest, it doesn't affect me. And if it does affect me, I need to explore that. Like, why does it affect me? Why? Like, why? Like, I've had enough sex with a lot of women to know, like, bro, sex means nothing. Trust me. Y'all think sex means something. Nah, sex doesn't mean anything. This idea that, oh, who someone fucked in the past matters, it doesn't fucking matter. There were girls who, man, I broke their backs. I gave them some good-ass dick. And they still went back to a guy who can't make them come. Why? Because life is complicated. And we're driven by incentives. Someone is smart enough to be like, hey, my husband provides a good life for me. He doesn't give me good dick. However, from time to time, I'm going to step out on him and get some dick. And that dick was Darius. And then when I have my fun, when I have my thrill, I'll go back to my man and be a good wife. So I'm literally saying I don't want to be that man who lives in denial, who's naive, where, oh yeah, my girl's gonna step out on me, do a thing, do some stupid things with some boys. Then I'm at home under the guise of monogamy. Yet she's out here just wilding or suppressing emotions or feelings that she has for other guys, Like, dude, I was married for like 5 years. That whole time I was looking at other girls like, oof. Man, I wish I could do something, but of course I never did, and I don't want to live that type of existence where I'm looking at other girls and then like looking at my wife and being like growing resentful. Like, I've got a note in my phone where, note in my phone where I was low-key resentful. I was low-key starting to resent my ex-wife. Because she was gaining weight. I wasn't happy about that, and then I started losing weight. And she started exercising because she saw me exercising. Then at one point she gave up. And instead of me stepping in and helping her, I was like, drown. Maybe that would give me a reason to leave this fucking relationship. Then before that happened, she cheated on me. And then ever since then, I've been playing the victim. But when I think about it objectively, the relationship was turned to shit. I wasn't fucking her anymore. I was losing attraction to her. She was like, he's not fucking me. So what the fuck is this? So she seeked out another guy. Did they fuck? No, they didn't. But that's the reality, man. Relationships are hard. Life is hard. And you know, I can't wait to be in a relationship, see how that goes, because part of me does believe monogamy can work. It's just that all the monogamous people that I know, I'm highly suspicious of their arrangements. Like, are you guys monogamous throughout? Or do you have like some sort of like understanding that if you go to a different state, you can do your thing? Just don't let me find out. Like there's all these things that you will never know. And maybe when I get into a relationship and we meet other people in relationships, we get to like get a clear picture of what life really is. But yeah, I'm gonna read more and do more research on poly open relationships. Even though I've already done a lot of research on this stuff, but I'm always like listening and learning from people in those situations, because to me it just seems like a more honest way to live life, and it is right up my alley of just letting go of control. Because with the monogamy, it's like it just taps into that our need to control things. Like I want that assurity and that control of like, yes, the WAP is mine and no one else can have it. Like it's like, why? If it's easy for me to lose it, then it was never mine to begin with. If it's that easy for the girl to just go away and another guy just comes in and takes her, then she was never yours, man. Should let these women be free. Let them be free. I think most guys want open relationships. I think most guys want polyamorous relationships, but they're just scared. Because you know why they're scared? Because their girl will always say, oh, so I can fuck other guys? And they can't live with that. Because it's an attack on their ego. Oh, like imagine your girl sucking another guy's dick. Imagine another guy coming inside your girl. Oh man, that's some traumatic shit, ain't it? Huh? That's some traumatic shit. So I respect Sneeko, man. Like when Sneeko came out and was talking about how he's in an open relationship and he watched this girl getting smashed by other. Even though I never want to see, I don't want to see my future girl getting smashed by other guys. But if she was smashed by other guys, and I know about it, cool, whatever. Just as long as it's not in my face. Like, live your life, girl, do your thing. But look, my next relationship is definitely going to be monogamous. And I'm going to go into it fully, like, being like a mono. But at the same time, I would not be surprised if I end up being like, this is not my thing. I don't like it. But I'm not going to go in with a mentality of like half-hearted mono. No, like I'm a mono. Mono is all I've known. My whole life I've been a monogamous person. So that's the only relationship I know. So of course when I get into a relationship with someone, I'm going to be monogamous. But I've grown. I'm a grown guy now. I've got layers to me now. And I can tell, like, I've studied this shit, man. I've analyzed my past relationships so much that that's why I feel like I'm ready to be in another relationship. Because now I think I'm like, I've done enough healing. I've done enough growing. I know all the options that are out there for me. And you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready. I actually met a lady who's in a polyamorous relationship. And she's got like 3 lovers that she's seeing. And I kind of lost interest for a bit. Because I was like, man, that's a lot. Like, she has a baby. She has a primary partner who she stays, who she's taking care. She's like had a baby with, and like they're dealing with the baby together. Then on top of that, there's 2 other people that she's seeing. They're like, do I really want to like add myself to this like list of lovers? I'm like, I'm good, man. I'm good. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. But it's kind of interesting that she's in that situation and she seems happy. And yeah, we're reading to each other like different poems we wrote. And that was like a really cool conversation that I had with someone. I think that's one of the best conversations, probably the best conversation I've had all year, really, if I think about it. I mean, I've had some really cool conversations, but that's the one that really stands out to me. Because it's someone who's very responsible and mature about that whole situation. And they're like in a really good relationship because they understand. Like that's their lifestyle. you know. And I want to hang out with people who are more like that. Because I think, man, those people, they have less issues than the fucking monogamous. The monogamous people, man, they're frauds. They're frauds, man. Like, they dudes are like fucking around, paying for escorts, paying for hookers. Like, to me, it's like, it's fake, man. It's not real, but can one person really be all that for you? I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it. It's possible, but it's also possible that you cannot be everything to a person. And I think that's where it goes both ways, dude. Bro, if I'm dating someone and they go, you know what? I love you, dude. I want you in my life, but you are not fulfilling this part of, you're not fulfilling all my needs. And I feel like I need to add someone who can fulfill those needs. I can't be mad at that, bro. I'll accept it, bro. I'm willing to accept that. I'll accept that. You know, just like vice versa. I'll be like, hey, I love you. I want you in my life, but I'm not happy with blah, 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 blah. And I don't want you to change yourself to feel that need. You know, I want you to be you because I love you for you. Let me seek out someone who can fill that sort of space for me. And I think that's a more mature way of looking at life, because this whole stuff where we think we're both going to be good for each other and we're everything to each other, it's stupid, to be honest. But I'll go along with it and see how it goes, because, you know, I used to believe in monogamy at one point, and a part of me still does. So I'm happy to try it. But I think it's part of that whole materialism, old ideas, like these social structures that worked in a certain era, whereas I think right now it doesn't work in our era, you know. And the person I'm with did mention that if I were to open up a relationship, she'll just go back to just dating me, just being like one of the guys she's smashing. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's okay, you know, because yeah, you can't predict these things, dude. I don't want to promise someone that, yeah, dude, we're just gonna die together and no one else is gonna be involved. That's like a silly way of looking at life. Like, you can't predict this shit. I never predicted that I was ever gonna be single again. I thought I'd have a kid in the house by now. You know, come on. You know, like, it's you have to be real. You know, I thought I was gonna get a diploma. Look at me. You know, I thought I was gonna be in Melbourne last year. Look at me. It's life. Life is brutal. Life is unexpected, man. Like, life just throws these curveballs to you. What if I go to Melbourne and I'm just like on a crazy streak and I'm meeting the most amazing people back to back to back to back to back? Then I go, oh yeah, let me throw this new path that I found, let me throw that away to be with one person. And then I start resenting that person because now I'm comparing that person to all these people that I met in Melbourne. You know, so there's so much stuff that's like so up in the air, right? That it's like I can be naive and just be like, you know, it's like what do they call it? The progression bias. The progression bias, right? I've learned it from First Man. It's the idea that the things you want now are the things you're going to want in the future. Right now, I want to be in the same city with the woman that I love and be in a relationship and explore that. Because I think it will answer so many questions for me. But the reality is, I'm going to leave this state, go to another state in a bigger city that I've been longing to go to, where I'm going to live a completely different life and meet completely different people and have different habits. And my world is going to change. Now, when I'm in that state, I'm expected to still maintain the same ideas that I have now. That's ridiculous. That's unrealistic. First and foremost, I'm in a city I don't like. I want to get the fuck out of here. So it's easy for me to yearn for being with my love together in a far away from this fucking city, because I fucking hate the city. I want to get out of the city. Now, if I'm in a city I love and I'm surrounded by people I love and I'm meeting lovely, beautiful people left, right, and center, and I'm just like, I'm experiencing shit I've never experienced before in my life, then am I still going to hold on to those same ideas that I have now, am I going to have the same incentives? No. I'm being pragmatic. I'm being honest. And the woman I love is probably going to listen to this. She's going to be annoyed and she's going to be mad. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what the fuck's wrong with you? You're going to regret it. I'm like, babe, I love you. We're going to be together. You know, like that's still in the plans. But I'm also saying, make way for things to change. Things can change on your end. What I'm going through right now might be the catalyst for you to go, you know what, I can't take this guy seriously. Because there is a possibility I might end up canceling everything that I planned for you because I'm not in a position to provide those things for you. I'm in a position where I can cancel because I'm supposed to contribute money towards my mom's plane ticket. I'm in a situation where I might be able to tell I might tell my aunt, hey aunt, I can't give you money for my mom's plane ticket. And my mom might end up not even coming to Australia. So like these things like have severe ramifications. You know, like these choices I've made. You know, and it's part of life. You know, I might lose an opportunity. I might miss out on my mom coming here. I might miss out on an amazing woman. I might miss out on an amazing experience just because I was not on point. Just because I thought I could get away with not paying my fees. So, you know, I take full accountability. And if my life is still shit 3 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, it's all on me. Because all I can do is adapt and control how I react to life. And that's a healthy mental model. You know, like I've done so much soul searching. I've just gone deep into my mind, and you should too. But I don't expect everyone to. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work. Looking yourself and holding yourself accountable, and just being like, my life sucks because I suck. Even if bad shit happens, I still have a choice. The power of choice. You know, bro, when Kanye West said that slavery was a choice, I knew what the fuck he was saying, bro. I knew what the fuck he was saying. Do you know why? Because some people on that fucking boat jumped off. They're like, man, I'd rather die than embrace the unknown. And then some slaves, they embraced the unknown. And some slaves were fortunate they had good slave masters where, yeah, we're slaves, but we're not getting harassed. We're not getting beaten up. Then some people like lived in a fucked up plantation where they got to see some traumatic shit. You know? Then some slaves decided to run away. We all have a fucking choice, man. Like this idea that everything is gonna be good, kumbaya. No, it's not. There's gonna be a lot of shit that's gonna fuck up your reality. You know? Like today in the morning. Like my bicycle before I go for Muay Thai. You know? Tough shit. Just have to learn to adapt. And I'm ready for it, man. Whatever comes my way.